Alright guys, I just wanted to do a quick video for Nonstop November. In this video, Russell Wilson talks being used by God even when you're losing. A lot of times as Christians, we feel like when we're winning, that's when God is really using us. That's when God is really showing off. But a lot of times it's when we're losing that he is also using us. Because it's in those moments where we're losing that God is showing us and the people watching us the gift of humility. And humility is a gift. And Jesus Christ gave us the example of humility when he humbled himself and came to earth and lived life on this earth as a man. He showed us what humility is. And the crux of that was when he was actually crucified on the cross. And because of his humility, we got the gift of salvation. So for anyone out there who's going through a situation where you might actually be losing, you might be losing your man, you might be losing your job, stay humble. Because your humility is a gift, and God can use you even when you're losing.
I know you get asked this a lot. We want to ask you Super Bowl, 14 seconds or whatever it was. And y'all threw that pass.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, I think that.
Do you need a hug from that?
No, I'm good. Not from you.
Not from me.
Maybe from Sierra.
Maybe from Sierra. Hey.
Anyways, we get the call. It happens.
There might be somebody here that didn't see it. There might be. Nah, for real. Did anybody not see it? See, these people didn't see it. They don't know. So it's the second Super Bowl. How many seconds were left? 14?
No, it was like 30 seconds left.
And if they score a touchdown, they win the game. Second Super Bowl in a row, and they're on like the one.
One yard.
Marshawn Lynch is on the team, but it's only second down. And
there's a lot of other guys on the team.
There's a lot of other guys on the team.
I think he's saying we should have ran it.
Yeah. I'm trying to state the obvious. So then go ahead. Now give the context.
But anyways, so we throw the ball. They make the play. They pick the ball off.
They intercepted. So the other team got it, and they lost Super Bowl. That could have been a big deal.
Yeah. We'll be back. But there's a silver line. There's a silver. You touched me earlier, so keeping you away. There's a silver lining in it all, though. Like, Jesus is so amazing. And this may sound crazy to some people, but so the play happens. They make the play, right? And in front of all those people and millions of people watching, or whatever. And oops, I got this thing on me. Oops, there we go. So the play happens, and they pick the ball off, and I take 3 steps. So plays here. I take the sidelines over here. I take 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, and on the 3rd step, God says to me, he goes, "I'm using you," and I'm like, okay. So I take another. So I take another 1, 2, 3. Take another my 6th step or whatever.
They can't see if you go outside right there.
So I take another. I take another step, and on my another 3rd step or whatever, and God says to me, He says, "I want to see how you respond, but most importantly, I want them to see how you respond." And so that was.
I watched you, and I saw you turn the guy caught the ball, and you turned and you just walked away, and I was like, I watched and said, I wonder how he's going to respond. I said that to myself.
Yeah. And so that happens, and God says, He says to me, He says, I want to see how you respond, but most importantly, I want them to see how you respond. And, so over the past, I don't know how many months it is, it's been 5 months or 6 months or whatever, I've just really have been able to see how God's been using me, and that everything is not perfect. And being a Christian, I think sometimes as Christians we lose this. We lose this idea of like everybody's supposed to be perfect, and everything's going to happen just like when you're a believer, when you're a follower of Christ, everything's going to fall in place the way you want it to. Boom, 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 boom. That's not it. Because otherwise, we wouldn't have to use Jesus. We wouldn't have to be there. He wouldn't be necessary in our lives to help us through things.